There you go. You said it might be as early as 16?
That's quite nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is quite nice.
Well, the fact that it's intact, you find the soles and the and the other stuff to have a full, almost full intact shoe.
Certainly, Ian over there will be able to tell you. Certainly looks quite old because it's really stuck in the black stuff here.
Yeah.
Ian, have a look at this,
What you
mate.
got there then?
It looks quite early, but I'm not really a leather man, as you know.
Let's have a look at the bottom. Yeah, it's probably 18th century, I'd say.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I wasn't far out then,
Yeah.
I was just
No.
1700s.
Yeah, that's right, yeah, 1750s probably, that sort of date. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, it was hanging down from the top underneath there. And
So another few days out, it just washed away and got smashed up by the tide, wouldn't it? So he was lucky to pull that out,
That's
really.
nice.
Nice.
There you go.
Lovely.
Thank you.
Well done, Ron. There you go.
I can't believe that I found a piece of leather that's 300 years old, 400 years old. They're talking about 1750s. A great find, and thank God we got it out, because Ian said it could be gone tomorrow. We can't leave the job unfinished, so Mackie and I go back in to see if we can remove the heel. Trouble. There you go. All right, that whole clump is ready to come down. A little more pry. There you go.
It's going to be a little bit fragile, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Well, the leather's all wet, so.
And this is what you call getting down and getting dirty.
That is. I can't wait to hear what the museum has to say about this.
Oh, that is so nice to actually get the rest of it.
Yeah. In fact, I'm going to take this up and put it in a bag up away. So
try and keep it moist, because if it dries out, it'll just crack.
Great. Thanks, Mackie.
You're more than welcome.
Nice. We got the whole shoe out. We got the top of the shoe and the heel. And to pull all of this stuff out, this is my find of the day. I'm excited to find something like this. And I'm hoping that the museum can give me a little bit more insight into how old it is and what it is. We got it out just in time. The water's almost to the edge of the dock. Man, it's amazing how fast this comes in.
Oh, yeah. Imagine how a spring tide comes in.
Oh, yeah.
I got trapped by one of them.
Oh, do they come in even faster? Yeah?
Yeah.
Mudlarking's weird. As soon as we're put under the time pressure of the rising tide, we all start finding stuff.
I think it's a George II, 1753, halfpenny. It's quite a nice one, actually. It's come out nice. Lovely coin. It is a nice coin. Some of them come out totally mashed up, but this one has actually come out really nice. It's all there. And it's kept a lovely patina as well. I'm quite pleased to find that. All is not lost today. If you like, they'd make the shoe around it, cut the leather around it.
Over the past 8 years, Ray's found hundreds of old coins, but she's got a reputation for discovering the more gruesome artifacts.
And this little beauty is a syphilis syringe. I actually tried to see if it worked, filled it up with water on the Thames to see if it worked. And afterwards, when I found out from the museum what it was, I mean, I wasn't, I like it, but not that much.
Put it in a bag.
But it's a bit gruesome, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
But it's something different, isn't it?
With a girl in every port, disease among sailors was rife. It's been estimated that by the 19th century, more than 10% of all sailors had venereal disease. Potentially fatal if not treated. One of the recommended cures was an intraurethral injection of highly toxic mercury salts. And if you were heading off on a long sea journey with no doctor on board, you had to treat yourself. And if you didn't get the dosage correct, then the cure could surely kill you. Man, that's a good eye you've got.
You get used to
the
shapes, as you will find out.
I've noticed that when I was walking along the water's edge as the tide was going out, once you know the shapes you're looking for, you can even spot them in the water.
You kind of latch onto one thing and you find a lot of them.
Yeah, I got
and then you move on to something else and then you tend to find.
Yeah. With the tide rising quickly, Ian and Andy begin filling in their hole. They don't want anyone falling in at the next low tide. Despite all their hard work, all they have to show for it is an aching back and a few pipe bowls. Nothing to brag about. Maybe I should shut up about my finds. Well, it's a good thing it wasn't gold coins I decided to start finding, or you guys would have had me in that hole and buried already. If you find a gold coin, you got to buy a round. Any gold at all, you got to buy a round.
You must have been busy then.
Oh, yeah, I've bought a lot of rounds in my time. I'm getting really frustrated by the low tide limitations. 2 hours is just not enough time. Back home in Chicago, my job at the firehouse allows me all the time I need to go treasure hunting. It's 24 time I need to go treasure hunting. It's 24 on, 48 off, so I work every third day. So it's a lot of time away from my family, but the time off is great. Allows me to go out and find some good stuff. Work done. I hit the beaches. Treasure hunting is just like mudlarking. You have to put in the hours to get the reward. Some days you come home with nothing. Other days, you just get lucky. Hey, a penny. I don't even think I have $1 worth of change. 50, 60, 70, 73 cents and a couple of pull tabs. It's about the potential. With over 20 million visitors a year, the beaches of Chicago are a happy hunting ground for me, with lost rings, coins, earrings, bracelets, and necklaces. Over the years, I found them all. And some of them come with very surprising stories. So this is some of the gold and silver that I found in the last 25 years of detecting. In fact, this is the first gold ring that I dug in '85 when I started. They have a gold college ring. I've got some high school rings in here. And these I've all tried to return and just haven't been able to locate the owners. This row is all platinum rings here. Gold, lots of gold. Broken chains, medallions, earrings, silver, bracelets, medallions, you name it and I found it. Rings, tons of rings, just about every kind. It's amazing all the stuff that I've got, but this has got to be my favorite find. This is a Celtic gold coin, the piece in the center. This is actually my first Celtic gold coin. So it has a horse on the front, and then the back has 3 moons with wheat shafts on the outside. And then, because this was such an important find to me, I actually had the bezel made for it. So a local jeweler here made the bezel, and this is all melted down gold from the beach, and the diamond is out of a engagement ring that I found at the beach. And in fact, the chain itself is off the beach. And it's kind of a culmination of all of the aspects of treasure hunting that I do, England and the beach. It's a great piece. And my most expensive find is this. And it's a platinum ring. It has 50 diamonds in either side. And I found this at Oak Street Beach, right downtown Chicago. And inside it says Michael B. He's a designer in California. And I try and return stuff whenever I can. So I called the designer's office, and it turned out that this was a ring that he had made for his son for graduating college, who was now getting his master's degree at Loyola, and hadn't told his father that he lost the ring. So for me returning his son's ring, the designer made me an identical ring in my size. It's always good to do the right thing, but sometimes it actually pays to do the right thing. And this is a piece that, I'll pass down to my kids at some point. I knew right from the beginning I wasn't going to find financially valuable stuff in London like I do in Chicago, but all of the artifacts I've found have a historical value. Just how much, I'm about to find out. I've spent 2 amazing mornings on the foreshore with the mudlarks, and I've turned all the finds over to the Museum of London. And what have you found? What information do you have?
Right, well, you've got an interesting range of things here. Classic foreshore finds. There's lots of these clay pipes. And the bowls are the things that you can date. It's quite hard to date the stems because they all look pretty similar. Mm-hmm. But the bowls change shape over time.
Yeah, the shoe, I'm very interested to hear the age of the shoe, and it was quite a little adventure getting it out. So,
it's an interesting shoe. Not sure if it's a man's or a woman's shoe, because it's quite big, which makes you think it's a man's, but it's got a high heel, which makes you think it might be a woman's shoe. But then we think it dates to sort of late 18th, early 19th century, and men did have slightly high-heeled slip-on shoes at that period of time. Or it could be for a lady with large feet. It's quite straight in the design, but it seems to be a left foot shoe. And it's only at the end of the 18th century when shoes start to become left and right specific.
Oh, before that there was no difference?
Well, in Roman times and medieval times, yes, there was a difference. But later on, they start just to make very straight shoes that you could wear on either foot. This is lovely. I love this item. Do you know what this one is?
When I originally found it, I thought it might be the hand of a clock.
It's actually a fan stick.
Okay.
So it's a piece of bone, and you'd have loads of them together, which would support your fan. This one, if you look really closely, you can see that it's gilded.
I did see some design and a little bit of gilding on it.
I think it's got a little flower or something like that on one side. And that dates probably to the late 18th century.
I found this little piece today, and I thought it was a hand off a clock or something, and it turns out that it's a fan stick. It's fun to find the piece, but the history behind it, I mean, it's almost like detective work to try and